Hey guys, these are 10 confidence hacks that you can implement today and have confidence forever. Now, before I get started, I want to say that everyone deals with confidence issues. Even the most famous celebrity you can think of. You know what would happen if they spilled a drink on their shirt? Many of them would freak out. I tell you this so that you don't feel bad in having low confidence. We all deal with it, so you are in good company. What I'm about to show you are confidence hacks that anybody can use at any age to become a more confident version of you. Because I want to say this, you are worthy. Your voice is not only accepted, but it is needed in today's world. And becoming a more confident version of yourself allows you to express that voice more authentically. Now keep in mind, these confidence hacks will not work unless you first do a peer group audit. Because no matter how clean you make yourself, if you hang out with coal miners, you're gonna get dirty. And so no matter how clean your mind is, if you hang out with negative people, you're gonna become negative and have less confidence. So one of the biggest keys is do a peer group audit. This includes social media too, maybe especially. Unfollow people who bring negativity into your life. And if you don't want to unfollow them, scared they might see it, just click that mute button. Okay, now let's get into the 10 confidence hacks. Number 1, to be more confident, you have to adopt the mindset that things don't happen to you, they happen for you. This has to be ingrained inside of you, and you have to believe it. If you do nothing else on this list except this, you'll be fine. Keep this mindset and nothing can stop you. Yeah, bumps along the way will happen, but they are there so that you can become a more confident, a better version of you. You are not a victim of your past, you are a hero of your future. Tip number 2, the installation technique. Now, I learned this technique from some of the best mindset coaches on the planet. This technique goes like this. Who is the most confident person you know? Think about that person. If nobody comes to mind, just generally picture the most confident person in the world. How does that person breathe? How does that person stand? How does that person sit? How does that person smile? How does that person walk? Install that person inside of yourself. Become them. Start from the head down and become very specific. How do they hold their fingers? Do this technique when you enter a situation where you feel like you would need more confidence. Do not feel weird about this technique. It works. Tip number 3, remember the 18-40-60 rule. The rule goes like this. When you're 18 years old, you care about what everybody is thinking about you. When you're 40 years old, you don't care what anybody is thinking about you. And when you're 60 years old, you realize that nobody was thinking about you at all. See, the truth is, people spend their days worrying and thinking about themselves. So if you're basing your life around what other people think about you, quit it. They're not. Tip number 4. See, legendary football player Deion Sanders once said this. You look good, you feel good. You feel good, you play good. You play good, they pay good. They pay good, you live good. You live good, and you thank God for it all. See, he started that sequence with looking good. So here's the tip. If you want to feel more confident, then you should look more confident. Somebody once said you dress like you want to be addressed. See, it's a truth in this world that people treat you based on how you look. And you also treat yourself based on your appearance. So put more effort and time into this costume. Of course, the best fashion statement of all is a nice body. So we want to take care of ourselves. We want to eat healthy and we want to exercise. Because you see, a nice body shows dedication. Word of advice though, here's a caveat. You are not this body. So if you attach your whole identity to this body, you will suffer. Because one day this body will go back to where it came from. But that doesn't mean you can't play the game. Look good, feel good, and you'll be more confident. Tip number 5, the 5-second rule. Now this tip comes from author, TV show host, and friend of mine, Mel Robbins. She wrote a whole book about the 5-second rule. See, when you get that feeling that you want to do something, I don't know, raise your hand or walk up to somebody, doesn't a voice in your head pop up, the low confident voice? It says, oh, what if I get rejected? Oh, what if I fail? What if I look stupid? Here's how you get past that voice. Once you know what you want to do, count down from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then blast off like a rocket ship and do that thing that you want to do. 5 seconds is specifically important because the longer you wait, the louder and louder that low confident voice will become. So try the 5-second rule. Number 6, mindfulness. You are not the voice in your head. I'm gonna say that again. You are not the voice in your head. If you were the voice in your head, then tell it to stop talking. See, the voice goes on and on. Mindfulness is about observing the voice and knowing that the voice is not you. I want you to spend some time being quiet and just observing, just witnessing the voice inside of your head and what it's saying. I want you to assume that every time you get upset, every time you feel angry, there is a harsh voice inside of your head that is present. A famous psychologist once said, "We are never responding to a situation. We are always responding to our conversation in our head about it." See, there is a reason why world-class athletes like Kobe Bryant had mindfulness coaches. Because they understood if you conquer this, you can conquer this. They understood that the war, the game on the field or the court is really won between the 6 inches between the ears. And just like that, the game of life is won between those same 6 inches. Every thought that you have, I'm bad, I really suck, I'm not confident. Picture these thoughts like clouds, coming and going. You are the witness of the clouds. If you were that thought, I'm bad, I suck, then when that thought passed, you would go too. But that doesn't happen. You are there to witness the thoughts of I'm angry, I'm sad, I'm happy, meaning you are beyond those thoughts. You are more powerful than those thoughts. Stay as the pure witness without believing or buying into these thoughts. Do not remain loyal. You are not under any contract to stay loyal to these thoughts. These thoughts do not serve you, so why do you continue to serve them? So many of us know that the mind affects the body, but few of us know that the body also affects the mind. If you want to be more confident, then you have to outsmart your mind by changing your physiology. And that means putting your body into a more confident position. What happens if you go like this? What happens if you go like this and say yes? See, these are power poses. Before you have to go into an interview or any situation where you feel less confident about, I want you to do power poses for 5 minutes in the mirror. Stand in front of that mirror and put your hands up and say yes. What you're gonna do is you're gonna trick your body into thinking that you just won something. And so you're gonna become happier. You're gonna become more confident. And then I want you to put your hands on your hips, chest out. This is the Superman pose. This is probably one of the most powerful power poses there is. And I want you to repeat this affirmation. I am confident. I am powerful. I am poised. I am articulate. Repeat that affirmation and watch your whole mood shift. See, the key is to say these words like you believe it. Say them with energy. Don't say them weakly. Say them like you mean it. Because when you say them aloud, there are 6 trillion cells in your body that hear it, and they start marching out those orders. Maya Angelou once said, "I have written 11 books, but each time I think, uh-oh, they're gonna find me out now." Emma Watson once said, "Any moment somebody's gonna find out that I'm a total fraud and I don't deserve anything that I've gotten." Imposter syndrome sneaks up on us all. To prevent this, I want you to create a list. I want you to list out all of your accomplishments, the things that you've done, and how awesome you are. Because you see, sometimes we forget how far we have actually come. And so we have to appreciate the small wins. Do not play yourself. You have accomplished a lot. I want you to put this list strategically. Put it around your house, put it on your refrigerator or somewhere where you will see it. So you want to be more confident. Where? Under what circumstances? I want you to close your eyes and visualize yourself there. What do you see? What do you hear? What do you smell? What do you feel? The more vivid your senses are, the better this will work. Did you know that the mind cannot tell the difference between reality and a vivid imagination? It's true. A study done at the University of Chicago proves it. See, they did a test where they tested 3 groups and their ability to shoot free throws. The first group was given the task of shooting free throws every day for an hour. The second group was given the task of visualizing themselves making the free throws. And the third group did nothing. After 30 days, the first group improved by 24%. The second group improved by 23%. And the last group didn't improve at all. Visualization works. So picture yourself in that situation where you want to be more confident. If you do this repetitively, when you actually get to that situation, your brain will say, "I know exactly what to do. I've been here before." Now, we can't talk about confidence without talking about mood. And we can't talk about mood without talking about food. Have you ever been hangry before? Well, if you have, then you realize just how strongly food can affect your mood. You know serotonin, this happy chemical? For many years, scientists thought it was in the brain. Well, recently they discovered that 90% of serotonin is made in the gut. So if you want to be happier, then you have to focus on what's going into your stomach. Now, without getting into an in-depth nutrition plan, I'm going to give you 3 tips, 3 powerful tips. Number 1, eat G-bombs. What are G-bombs? Well, G stands for dark leafy greens. B stands for beans. O, onions. M, mushrooms. B, berries. And S, seeds. This is probably the most optimum diet for most people. Studies suggest that people who eat 7 to 8 servings of fruits and vegetables a day have the highest life satisfaction levels. Blueberries are specifically a great mood booster. 2 cups of blueberries a day will improve your mood, your alertness, your energy levels, and guess what? Your confidence. Tip number 2. Okay, now we know what to eat, the G-bombs. Now, what should we not eat? I'm gonna keep it real short, sweet, and simple. Don't eat anything with ingredients that you can't pronounce. And number 3, the last tip, drink more water. Up to 75% of Americans are functioning at a chronic state of dehydration. Not drinking enough water can cause headaches, confusion, sleepiness, and depression. I like to carry around a gallon of water a day just so I know that I'm drinking enough. Final confidence hack. It's quite simple. Read. I saw a great quote the other day, and this quote said, "Reading is theft." It is a robbery. Somebody smarter than you spent 20 years banging their head against the wall trying to solve a problem that you're facing. And you can steal their hard-won knowledge and make it yours. This is power. The best way to be confident is to know your subject. This is how you speak with authority and confidence. So I say read as much as you can about what you love or the subject that you're interested in, and you won't go wrong. When it comes to confidence and personal growth itself, I have 3 of my favorite books that I'm gonna list here. Number 1 is the Tao Te Ching, Book of the Way, written by Lao Tzu. Number 2 is anything on Stoicism. And number 3, Feeling Good, The New Mood Therapy by David Burns. One of the best books on mental health there is. Now, before you guys go, I'm gonna give you a bonus exercise. Every day, I want you to do something stupid. Now, do something legal, but do something stupid. Because as they say, your fear of looking stupid is holding you back. Do something like get a piece of string or a leash and tie a paper clip or a toy dog to it and walk it around the street. You'll see people's faces, you'll see people laughing, but this will give you more freedom and more confidence in yourself. Do something stupid every day. Do something out of the box, because ultimately, if you want to be more confident, then you can't take life too seriously. Because as the old saying goes, nobody gets out alive. Thank you guys for watching. Peace.